Albuquerque, New Mexico, the land of enchantment, and today home to the Isleta, New Mexico Bowl. There's nothing quite like wrapping up a regular season with a bowl victory. It just leaves a good taste in your mouth going into the offseason. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the SMU Mustangs, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the Utah State Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started.
12 wins. Should be in the playoff, but for some reason, Oklahoma State is in a group of 5 non-power 4 conference. And took a bid from us. So
and he takes
great.
This from inside the 5. And the returner will be knocked down. The Mustangs return team didn't help matters out much there.
But we probably
would
have not gone anyway. So even Montana State got the entire team.
I mean, he's the leader. He's the alpha. Everybody looks
still ranked higher than
doing
us.
it all year long. Everybody believes in this young man. Big opportunity, big stage.
He'll come out throwing on first down. He's got his man. One thing I've noticed from talking to coaches about their
Let's just beat these punts.
games is how many of them use it as a springboard for next season. They try to focus on developing some of the new guys maybe that have joined them for the bowl practices.
I mean, you get 15-plus extra practices. You start to play and experience more as young guys. The older guys get a little bit more rest. But, yeah, you're building the future. You're building the foundation. You're working on your technique. And you know what? You also get to have some fun. I think that's important for team building is having fun at your location, doing the different things together to start to build that unity that will make a big difference in the future.
Yeah, there's a saying in college football that your freshman year, when you get to bowl season, you're no longer a freshman. A lot of players grow up. You get the extra practices mentally, and from a confidence standpoint, you turn the page. I can remember back to my true freshman year, we were getting ready to play Penn State. We had a lot of NFL talent in my freshman class, and everybody just seemed to grow a foot taller. They were playing with a different intensity level that really paid off for us the next year.
On 3rd and short, the power run here. And the Mustangs will move the sticks with the first down.
Come on.
And I think on that last run play on 3rd down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Mustangs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. And the Mustangs want to move quickly. I get it that the game is the primary thing about going to a bowl, but there's so many festivities surrounding it. Jesse, what do you remember about something you experienced?
There was a lot of pageantry when I think back to the bowl games I played in. And you have functions, you get to visit a brand new city, generally in warm weather. You get to meet the other team. There's some friendly competition. The biggest thing that stands out to me, though, was a street brawl against the Miami Hurricanes. Urban Street getting ready for the Sugar Bowl, about 120 deep. Hard to forget that.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense getting set for first down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Quick strike complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. The Mustangs have pushed it inside the 20. On the run, it's Mendoza. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16. They're about to snap it for the 10th time on this opening drive, but they need a conversion to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Starting to feel a little pressure. Can't get him to the ground. Really nice job by this sophomore quarterback to pick up the first down with the run. This offensive scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. Second and goal for this offense. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. He wants to throw here on second down. Oh,
That's
man.
two. There's two he
Picked that
dropped.
one off in the end zone. Instead, it'll be third down.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
Unleashes to the end zone. And he's got it. Now Mustang.
What a nice job by the offense. First drive of the game, they matriculated down the field, put themselves in a goal-to-go situation on third down. It's not going to be easy throwing it, but they win the matchup. Accurate throw, they get paid.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. They're just about ready to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Utah State's offense will get the ball for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Well, guys, bowl season is here. Always fun to get these non-traditional matchups that you don't see regularly. What do you guys remember about playing in a bowl?
I think you remember all the moments throughout the season, throughout your career, and then it's the last time that you ever get these group of individuals together. You say goodbye to so many people, and it's kind of bittersweet, but
going deep. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down, and an excellent throw, too.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield.
Oh, I thought
Oh, right through his hand. They came out attacking.
I didn't see that safety beat
and they
at
missed
all.
a big chance on that one. Back to throw, it's Sampson. Forced out of the pocket. Fires on the move. Ball in the air, intercepted.
Well, he started rolling to his right, and because of that, it allowed the defender some time to close the distance between himself and the intended target, and his speed got him to the point, and he was able to come away.
And he's running in the open. He was off to the races, and maybe another step or two, and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Comes out throwing on first down. Oh, picked off.
Man, Hubbard.
Got room on the return. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback.
He uncorks one deep. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Gets away. And the defense is there. He got away for a second, but not for long as they knock him down for a loss. This is a third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
What a beautiful beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Pulls it in. It's Tuggle. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. This Utah State offense has it going. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. And the Aggies line it up with a 1st and goal. The aerial assault continues. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Dropping back, it's Sampson. Wiggles free. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Utah State. And he tacks on the extra point. A 69-yard touchdown drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative and play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Grab behind the line. It's Rucci. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
They're getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Breaks the tackle. They still can't get him down. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Hold it. Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. 2nd down coming up. They'll run play action. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Looking for a crease to the left. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Offside. Defense.
Boo.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
A strike downfield.
Take the ball away.
And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, SMU.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too.
He's looking deep. Makes the grab inside the 30. Hits the accelerator to the right. Touchdown, Aggies. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the
got it in you.
sidelines and talk about
One
what
in
just
you.
happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
And the ball pops out. Oh, it's
Yeah, baby, let's
by
go.
the kicking team.
Very rarely do you have a play on defense where you've got 30 yards head of steam built up to come make a collision. On kickoff and kickoff return, you do. And a lot of times you see big sticks and fumbles happen as a result.
Who's winning the basketball game?
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good game.
Thunder.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle
They're gonna win
unless
it
your
all.
offensive line and your tight ends and everybody
Something
is
crazy.
putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice big...
Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Utah State. What a grab and what a quick strike for that offense.
And when I'm an offensive coordinator and I see a short field, I'm thinking attack, attack, attack. Go get that touchdown. Take advantage of what the
Cameraman,
defense did.
what up?
Great job,
Albert.
offensive coordinator.
About
What's
to
happening,
kick it
dude?
away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can... The expressway is wide open. Just keeps moving.
Oh, wow.
The 30. 10. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Mustangs.
WTF, mate.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17.
You good, man? School's out. And one more day of teacher crap. And graduation tomorrow.
Unloads it downfield. Makes a catch down
Big
the right
play
side.
city here,
Oh, look out,
boys.
there he goes. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Aggies.
And man, is that perfect timing. You can tell quarterback drops back. He sees
I don't
his
know
guy,
what
and
happened.
He knows he's open, but watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the bread basket.
In New
nice
Orleans?
play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down.
Sucks.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Boy, that last
Probably
touchdown, the
freaking contracts.
one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air.
Right.
It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before it's finally stopped.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Going to throw it over the top of the D.
Man.
Touchdown, SMU. And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. Boy, we've got offenses just flat getting it done. I wonder how the defenses are going to counter all of this firepower.
They are too, Reese. They're wondering how they're going to counter this offense. As you've seen the explosion, it's so hard, so much speed, and such effort like that. Offenses just, they got the upper hand.
PAT unit on the field.
Gotta get stopped now.
Smashes it through for the PAT. Quick work on that scoring drive.
Wonder what happened. There had to be something
And they
with
finish it up with the final 30 yards coming
security
courtesy of that
contracts,
touchdown pass.
all that stuff.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Utah State sending its offense back on
Crazy.
the field.
So it was supposed to be there in
They torched this defense with an
26.
explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. He'll try to do it himself. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
Do they got a new
It's
site?
important at that position to be able to be good off schedule.
They know where they're
Everything's
going.
easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense there. First off,
I'm not a
getting
big
pressure
wrestler
initially and then forcing him outside
anymore.
the pocket. After that, excellent
Been
effort.
years.
All eyes on the quarterback. And you see the speed this defense has. They're going to be putting a lot of heat on this guy throughout the game.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup and still short of the first down. Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short.
Vegas back-to-back years. Why would,
They'll try to get it through the air. Back open in the middle.
I wonder what makes that
Oh, he was off to
appetizing
the races after the catch, and they finally
to
dragged him
fans,
down.
though. Even,
And this quarterback is having himself a day.
yes, Vegas is
Over
cool,
200 yards in the
back-to-back
first
years for
half.
WrestleMania.
It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game,
I don't know.
more or less in the first half.
Looking downfield, it's Sampson. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. The Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Now they'll run it to the right here. And he was
Any
able to
Tulane
shed a
sports still
tackle and
playing?
pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
A really good play by this defense, seeing it, attacking it, going and getting it. Obviously, they're running the RPO. They weren't fooled. They played the run, came up, made a nice tackle, got the running back on the ground.
And that was some kind of collision
Oh,
between a couple of big bodies there.
I keep
and he
forgetting
stopped from getting the first down.
they're in the conference tournament and not
Modest gain on the
regionals.
completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make them
Wow, the
execute and
softball
rally to
was
the
in
ball.
super regionals.
100% zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break
Oh,
on it,
regional.
go make tackles,
Super.
live to fight
Ah,
another down.
freak.
We'll take a quick break as
softball
we
is
have
ahead
reached
of
the final 2
baseball.
minutes of the first half. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And the holder will put it down on the left hash, a 34-yard attempt coming. It's good. And now they take the lead. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
Where they host that? Are you out there taking pictures? Or nah?
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive.
Look this up.
The Mustangs have the ball
Kinda
back
busy.
and ready to go to work. On first down, here comes this offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Using the quick game. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Oh, clear one. That's nice.
He wants to throw. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline.
Bruh,
And
we got
it
2 there.
slipped through
Pick
his
it up.
fingers incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Feeling some heat. They get
Nice.
enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
So what do you
And
do
that's
during the
exactly
summer
what you do in
months?
zone coverage. You drop in your spots. You read the quarterback's eyes. Make sure you take away that quick
What's
stuff.
your,
and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
You have another
And he's
income?
not going to make it.
I don't
The
need to get
defense
personal.
denying him the first down.
It's unfortunate
You
for
like
this offense,
me
guys.
get
Had
paid
they not
over
had the mental errors
summer
and mistakes early
like a
in
teacher?
the drive, they'd be sitting pretty right now. Even after that long gain on the running play, they've still got 4th down.
On his way back from the 20. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
What store?
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try.
He's going for it.
Bruh.
And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. 2nd down coming up.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Back to pass, it's Sampson.
Oh, I missed him.
He'll take another shot here. Makes the
Out of
catch down
bounds.
the right side.
Clock running.
Well, it didn't take long for this guy to leave his impact in the game, guys. With that catch, this guy's already over 100 yards in the game,
Gotta
and
go.
we're not even done the first half.
He's got his man.
Timeout.
The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense.
Ah.
They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball
Grocery
wide
action.
receiver. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
He'll pull it down and run. Any way you can in your freshman season.
That-
the quarterback,
oh,
and he
shoot, that
gets
was
it
my
down
last
on the
time.
ground. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to
causing
be
some
efficient
drama.
to put some points on the board before the break. He's looking to throw it. Slides away. Shakes off the tackler.
Bruh.
Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Great job by the QB just avoiding a negative play. I know you don't come away with a big completion, but he should have got sacked. I don't know how he was able to get out of that. Great individual effort by him.
Just enough time for one final play in this half.
Who quit? Who quit their own league? He didn't
Quarterback
quit.
checking the play. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Defense was swarming around this quarterback, and he never had a chance to get it off. And down he goes, and we will head to halftime.
What did I do?
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Reese, thanks. You put these two programs together given the seasons they had, and we figured we might get a notable first half in this New Mexico Bowl. Each of these two offenses has looked like well-oiled machines, but it doesn't take a genius to figure out these two passing attacks have
We
run
ain't playing
circles
no more.
around these defenses.
Wait.
Man or zone,
That's
nothing
cap.
seems to be working. And I'm not sure that defensive coordinator is going to be able to figure
Esau
things out
champ
there at
move on
halftime.
to a new school, so
And
it's
the
like I
Mustangs
got
will
to do
kick
the
it
same.
off to start the second
That's
half.
what I'm thinking.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets.
I
Nice
can't let
job
champ go
executing all
in
of the
another
assignments as they
title
put a stop to that
at
return
another
at the
school
22. Guys, the Utah State
while I
offense about to
stay
give
at
it
Ohio
another
State
go.
and win.
And they got it done in the first half, but the job now, follow up, close the deal, and bring home a bowl victory.
Finish. You hear teams say it all the time, and that applies to them right now, David, here in the second half. It's a lot of really...
And
What?
this
Why are we
sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
on streaks?
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the third quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
Coming after it. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Yeah, this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Getting some heat. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs and I'm in scoring position.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down. The Mustangs want to pick up the tempo. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy at 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Catch in the middle. It's Dorsey. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. Looking to throw for it. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Mendoza. Got some room, entered to the goal line. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. And the Mustangs are on the move.
I don't think so.
Trying to run it in. Touchdown Mustangs. They take the lead with the 6.
Probably think I'm some corny old
Somebody's been doing their
old
box
dad.
jumps.
You ain't lying. Getting up in the air. Hey, listen, I'm taking a picture of that, saving it. That might be my screensaver on my phone. That vertical way up in the air.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the
Which
touchdown.
I may or may not be.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a
But I can
touchback.
play
They'll bring it
some
out to the
football.
25. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field.
I know my
David, the
players
Blue
and
got some work
students
last time.
think
They'd
they
like
want to
to
play
keep
me
him
in
on the
some college
sidelines in
football.
this
I'm like,
drive.
nah, you
Yeah,
don't
it's not
want
something
to
you want to
play.
say very often. You don't want the punter out there.
You
This
don't want
offense needs to get
to
back
play.
lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that,
You do not
identify
want to
where
play
your best
me.
players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Looking for a deep man. And it falls incomplete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. To the air, it's Sampson. Pressure coming. Pocket starts to collapse.
Freak.
Going to try to get it
Could have thrown it
himself.
downfield.
No fear from this
So the
freshman
first
quarterback as he picks up the first down himself.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
Showing the arm strength to the left. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line.
the defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Let's see what they've got on second down.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver.
Going for it all. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. Trying to pick up a first down.
I gotta hit that pass.
They'll run it from the gun. Kept it on the ground on third down. Picked up 5 yards, but it'll still be 4th and 1.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
They'll run for it on 4th down. Got enough space. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Utah State. That running back just had a caravan of blockers to take him into the end zone.
There's not very many times at home, Reese, where I'm going to say that everybody watching on their couch could have scored on that play. This is one of them.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Mustangs in the hurry up. Wants to throw on second down. With the catch, it's Rucci. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
On second down, they'll take to the air.
No.
He's got it down the middle. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. And the Mustangs come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Well, that was a weird one because I think running back screen was called, but the quarterback just saw an open receiver downfield and said to himself, hey, I got an open guy. I'm just going to take it.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after he got popped out.
Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to
it's
keep
like
the drive
60.
alive.
I mean, whatever. But yeah.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Looking to the big tight end.
I know they're good, but
gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
do they draw that big of a crowd?
The quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Do they?
Quickly knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with.
And it's like Texas. It's Texas stadiums.
With the run on
but they shared those teams shared stadiums and ISDs.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check it out. Can the D deny them on second and goal?
Oh yeah, they got talent, but
they're gonna run it.
How many? I want to know how many times they packed the stadium out.
That his 40th career touchdown run.
This guy's had a lot of
I don't
success.
know how many
throughout his
times they
career,
fill
but
it
40
up.
touchdowns is something that's pretty commendable.
Because
David. He continues
spending
to
all that
challenge
money
himself
and not
each and every game and every
filling
year to
up
get
the
better.
bowl.
Yeah, just the consistency has been so impressive.
No, I don't
the
understand
offense is
it.
built around him. Like, he's going to get the football, he's going to be featured, and still finds the end zone week after week.
But it's Buford University is what it's the nickname around here.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is
I
the
live
type
over
of
this
team
way.
that seems
Live over
comfortable in an offensive shootout.
this
You got to
way, or
hold
that
serve
way.
at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, David.
And I think you're used to that.
Buford,
as offense.
Gainesville.
Like, football is so fast-paced now, and you score so quickly. It's not that big of a deal to get down 10.
Jefferson.
You keep being you, keep being aggressive.
Jefferson don't got it like that. Gainesville's built good stuff.
Looking for a
And
crease, it's
Buford.
Mendoza. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Mustangs moving quickly to the line.
Oh, probably, but
On
they've
third and
always
short, they keep it on the ground here.
had good teams.
He
They
is
just
knocked
haven't won.
down in the backfield. He'll
I don't
lose a
know when the
couple.
last time they won a
They're
title.
trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job.
You know,
winning
they've
his
come up
one-on-one
short.
and forcing the negative play.
A lot
Down,
recently.
and the punt team sends it the other way. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. What a good mix
shoot,
of
you had
plays keeping that
Raiola,
defense off balance last
Dillon.
time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass.
One at
They got
Nebraska
it right where they want.
now.
This defense doesn't know how to
And you
react
had,
to
what's his
getting
name,
punched in
the
mouth
safety?
on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense.
Yeah, Allen. Shoot,
They want to run
all
it
is
left
big.
here.
South Lake.
At the 45 on its way. They'll finally drag him
Oh,
down,
who
but not
else?
before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
But don't those
And
two
down on the
doesn't
play
I
as the
think
officials take a break to let
I
him be
think
checked out.
Allen
Now on first down from the 40.
shares stadium. I
Use
think
the
a
play
couple of
fake,
teams
now to
play in
throw.
those stadiums.
Caught in the backfield, it's
That's why
Weaver.
they build them.
And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground.
I think his
as soon as
brothers,
they catch it. That's a
Dylan
major
Raio's,
deal
I
for
think his-
defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
I think
That play
his
just
brother's a
never
quarterback
had a
too.
chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
he's a senior this year.
I'm not positive, but
think
that
he's a
first
junior.
down marker might be in the next county.
Yeah, definitely they should.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. It's incomplete, and will change into the field now. The quarter comes to a close. Utah
Yep.
State has the lead.
No doubt.
They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the
Shoot.
third quarter stats.
Uh,
Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away.
Cameraman, look up Gainesville High School weight room, Georgia.
Down, and the punt team sends it the other way.
It is better than some big-time college
He'll
programs.
be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just
Yeah,
trying
well,
to
that
solve
area's
the defensive
grown
riddle, understanding what they're
big
trying to
time
do
there,
to you
Skeet.
and attack them.
The RPO, it's complete.
This is
A
the
lot of
moment
money.
for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter
Obviously.
what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Quickly complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Yeah, and Palmer, I don't know what his grade's going to be, but hitting over 400 yards on the day, I think coaches are going to be pretty impressed with the day this young man had.
No doubt. And I think for defensive coordinators,
We need to
moving
stop.
forward now,
We
you're
need
going
to
to
stop.
be charged with having to find answers and try to slow this guy down. Today, we've seen this defense try blitzing, zone coverage,
Don't you
man
go over
coverage.
there.
They've mixed up personnel. None of it has worked. This guy has carved them apart.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And this sophomore quarterback learning when to use his legs to move the chains.
All right, let's go.
And the Mustangs
Reckless
come to the line in the hurry up.
blitz.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator.
Hey,
And the
got
quarterback
him.
is toast back at the 35.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You can tell defense
that
was
money.
not buying it, got the backfield, got the big play.
On second down,
University.
he'll fire. The throw to the
Shoot, their
outside.
baseball stadium's freaking nice
And
too.
he
Did you
goes
see
out of
that?
bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
All
a
turf.
little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's third and
Got a
long.
nice wall.
Buys a little time. And he can't
nice
find the
scoreboard.
receiver, and down he goes.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job being the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. He got it.
Let's go score. This
After
game in
putting
the
up
high
a
school.
three-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not
Yeah,
much to
youth
be found
baseball.
as he stopped at the 18. Utah State sending
Look
its
it up.
offense back onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
I don't know who has the nicest park
They're going to
or
be in a
top
world of hurt
5,
if they don't get
10
this thing going forward here
nicest
on
park
second down
stadiums
from the
in
13.
Georgia. There's got to be
Looking
one.
for a man. It's Sampson. He'll pull it down. Across the 25. He's got room. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Talk about saving your best when the moment is the biggest. Nice job in the fourth quarter. Been grinding all day. Made the biggest run of the day when it counted the most. Picked up the first down in a pretty close ball game.
Pretty good job of running to get there to the
I think
32.
Parkview's nice
At
too.
this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to
Jeff
keep running the
Francoeur
football.
played
So he's going back,
couple
he's
other
looking at
plays.
his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. This Utah State offense has it going.
Yeah, 6'7". The largest
Looking
classification.
to move it through the air. The sweet feet buy a little time. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. After the misfire, now on second down. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend.
And this defense is
Forgot
gotta
who
make a
they
play,
got.
right?
They
It's the
got
fourth
beat
quarter, we're trailing.
by
You know this offense, they're going to get concerned.
Grayson?
They want to get that clock. You got to bring more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to make plays. Got to get that football back.
Get beat by Grayson.
On third and short,
Who
they'll
did
try
they
to
got beat
convert
by?
through the air. Makes the grab down the middle. He's got first down yardage across the
But
50
they
yard
thought
mark
the
at
head coach was going to go
And the Aggies come to the line with a new
be
set of
an
downs.
analyst at Georgia Tech or
They'll
go
run
take
it
a
out of
Georgia
the
Tech
shotgun.
position.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
But I don't think that happened. I think he's
They'll
still
leave it
there.
with him. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
They're strong and they're strong.
Say
Defensive
they don't-
tackles, they're strong.
they go
They're
out
such
early
big
this
jumpers
year.
in the middle where they just lock out
They don't
those
make a run,
offensive
he might
linemen.
get
And
canned.
running backs,
He might get
listen, they
fired.
don't have much of a chance when you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Utah State will be
No.
forced to send out the punt team. Looking for a block. It's Rucci. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yet oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David.
I guess they won in 2021. So.
Yeah, you got to feel for
I don't know
the
if
defense.
that's
Now you
neutral
understand
or
what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
They won it in.
And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Man, you've created some great momentum, getting the stop, forcing the punt, now getting it back to your offense. Your offense starting to get in a groove. Late in the game, you need some big plays.
Just wonder how much panic there is.
07, 08, 09, 10, 12, 13, 14, 19, 20, 21.
Sense the momentum leaving them right now with the lead. So someone defensively better step up here soon and make a play.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They get him on the ground at the 33, but not before he picks up 6. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. Now on 2nd down.
Basically. Hey man, we had 7A until last year. We got rid of 7A.
Unloads to the wideout.
We went all down to 6.
They get him down with this offensive setup, 1st and goal from the 9. And guys, if they can make their way into the end zone, we'll have
highest
a
classification is now 6A. It was 7.
Great finish. Looking to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Dorsey. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
I think that time offensively, you're just
Chattahoochee.
what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working.
Man,
right
they had a
over the ball.
receiver
It's
that
a
could
pitch
go
and
last
catch.
year.
Just take the profit and let's keep going.
Quickly complete. And he'll haul it
He went to
in and take it
Georgia
the end
State.
zone. Touchdown, SMU.
Great job.
Do you not pay attention?
Right
I guess you don't pay attention.
There's still going to be time left. My defense is going to have to make a stand.
There was 7A for quite some time. And then they reclassified everything
And don't
last
miss the fact there was some heat
a
on
year and
that
a half
extra
ago.
point, but he was able to tie it
Took
up.
7A away.
We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the 4th quarter and about to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Slips through the line. Got a little room.
Cash Money
There he goes.
Abel,
Open it up.
returner of the
He
year.
will score. Touchdown, Utah State.
What a great game. Tied late in the ball game. Who's going to make the big play? They come up with it late. Take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight. The score is tied late in the game. I don't want to mess up, but this offense doesn't worry about messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced the situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots. Throw beyond the 1st down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Dorsey. The ball pops out.
Hey, yo.
How about that alert play
Let's
from the
go.
defense to corral that fumble? And he's brought down, and his defense gets the ball back for its own.
And that's a tough one to swallow, man. You got yourself in a position where you can go tie this football game.
What is the highest?
You're trying to move the ball down the
4?
field. Guys trying to make a play. Fumbles the football. Now you got to beg for the defense to somehow give you one more opportunity.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground.
Dude, Georgia's
Timeout
got
called
like
there by the
1A,
defense, desperate to get the ball back
1AA,
and save as much time
2A,
as possible.
2AA,
Well, we are winding it down, guys.
and
Only a
it's
few
3,
more plays
4,
left in this season.
5,
Also
6.
wrapping up a
I think
really
that's how it
outstanding
goes.
performance for this offense.
Yeah, and they're sending out the seniors on the right foot. Guys, we've seen a lot of great football. There have been so many tremendous moments and individual efforts, David. This is a year in college football I know I'll never forget.
Won't forget it. Loved working with you guys. Loved being in the booth. Loved
I'm in
covering these
love with the
football games. I tell you what, a lot of excitement in college football surrounding the sport, man. Let's just keep loving on it.
They'll have to get it to the 37 on 3rd down.
Peach. I think they're 3.
Dropping back, it's Sampson. He's right on target. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. Man
think they
down
won
on the
it.
play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
Last year, 2 years ago.
Now Utah State
Maybe
will
not.
just try to run out the clock. He leaves it with his back. They finally
Man.
get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the 1st down. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. It's one thing to execute early in the game.
Yeah,
Tight ball
Perry
game, right at
was
the
a
end,
damn
the
good
clutch plays,
2
these
years
guys
ago.
deliver.
And won it.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that
I don't think they
can
went
focus
back
in
to
the
back.
moment or they can't. Great
But they
job by
won.
the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and
Yeah,
you
they
can tell
were in
there's
the state
tremendous
title, or they
leadership
went
on this
deep.
football team. Guys can step
Right.
up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Thanks, Al. Appreciate you stopping by again, dude. Cameraman. Skeet. We should be in the playoffs. Playoffs? It's not a good job, unfortunately. Hey, that's cool. Sure, whatever. 12 wins. See if his user is up to play or not. You know who it wasn't? That guy is crazy. Please be a senior. Damn it. Ain't no way he's better. No way. No way. He won it for us. He won the bowl game for us. Wish I had the stats on here. Be nice to have stats. I used to. Yummy.